Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. We are ready to go for Stage 2 of Dominion Rivals for this week's live summon in the Crew 2. After we finished Stage 1 to go off-road racing with Rally Raid, Motocross, and Rallycross discipline in every 2 events, including 2 skills except one to be take place in the air, it's going to get much more fun out there until we're about to be moving on to hit the streets after having 2 events to be well passed and gonna have to go right in to have all kinds of 4 disciplines: street race, drift, drag, and hypercar disciplines, including the Chrysler 300 SRT8 Crown Edition is now featured for today's event. The time has come to take a good place and go for only 6 events to have 2 skills, and 1 air event is going to get much more exactly to be the same and different to be turns out as usual. Also, because one of the 3 rivals is now featured for this week's event that we're about to be taking on with Edgar Marquez, the king of all street racing and main rivals, to have a very good excellent moment to take part for this week's event. So better make sure, you guys, because this one might have 2 recommend vehicle will be featured to be on the restriction. Grab your Maserati MC12 and Ferrari F12 Berline Enta to be on Hollywood and South Trip for the mixed event. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, go and click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more, and don't forget to click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos in the later future. Now it is time to get ready to go for the live summit. Let's begin. It turns out to have Scandinavian Flick is going to be doing a job well done and having a follow-up catch-up to have 1 mixed event to be on the Hypercar discipline by using the Lamborghini Benio. Sometimes it turns out to become quicker and hard work by the main pace by exactly in around 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go faster and quicker to go boost up with the nitro. But now, 4 rewards is now listed to be complete, including the Blizzard Smoke to be on the Epic. 2,733rd place to have 1,172,288 points. Gonna have to press OK to hold. There you go. We are entered on to week number 4 of this part of the challenge to get some more motor stars to be collected. Currently to go up on tier number 39 until gonna have to be reached up onto tier 40. So now, we have Stage 3 of Dominion Rivals will be scheduled by coming soon after the end of October until gonna have to be much more patient till we have to get to November. So we have a new theme cover on Frozen Peaks will be set schedule on October 26th through November 2nd. Perfect time, and gonna have to go for having a double feature ever since from Scandinavian Flick will have to be planned and await further instructions. So now we have 200,000 followers to be on the bronze, a first part of the legendary hat set to be boosted for the street race discipline, yellow side blade underglow to be on the common, and exactly, of course, the Crown Edition of the Chrysler 300 SRT8 is now listed to be on the platinum category. Looks so cool, and much to be proud crown to be as a street race champion for every racers out there to be on the land-based vehicle in Motor Nation. So let's begin and start out to be on the LA Harbor for the speed trap. Just to be planned, and gonna have to go for the same thing all over again from last time in every different kinds of theme summon by having the most finest speed trap to take the bridge across in Los Angeles. But I mean, it's gonna get much more fine preparation to do the same thing all over again. So what do you think about that horn on top of the Mercedes-Benz S-Class with the UDRS livery? Well, it turns out to become cool, but born as a wild to be driving on the off-road areas. Alright viewers, looks like it's time to go for doing the first attempt once again to have a very good excellent IC type variation on my Corvette C7 Stingray with a UDRS Insportec livery. Time to turn the engine on, get prepared, go for the burn acceleration to have a nice icy effect. Okay, looks like transportation traffic truck just barely interrupted. Let's do this. And gonna have to go green light to be await an early start. Gonna have to do this quick. And here you go. Clear as a solid ice. 366.3 miles per hour is clear for only first attempt. There you go. Piece of cake and much more fine to be hard frozen to be achieved. 122,930 points is all done. Now let's go to be on escape to take the skill number 2 prepared. Next up, Big Sur for the escape for any land-based vehicle will have to go selection by the Hypercar discipline. Mostly, however, because that one might have to take any kinds of suitable direction to have a nice perfect route to be on the right direction onto the coast range. Quick options and proceed to be planned as always because 9 rewards after having week number 4 challenge is complete. Just give me 1 second and choose the best Hypercar discipline to be well prepared. Okay, Bugatti Depot. That might be quite very good to be handy. But how about the Maserati MC12 2004 might be quite very good to have a nice snow-themed icy style to have a hypercar to beat the heat and go with the cold. But talk about having a nice good snowflake tire is going to be quite very good to be outfitted. So now going to have to be put up to have the extra pump and pure affixes is now good to go. Let's try this nice original hypercar out and go for the right direction. Let's do this and proceed. But I cannot believe it. This is going to be quite very cool and solid ice to have all kinds of different decorations whenever you like to be used. So now it's going to get much more directional and proceed as planned. Come on, just going to go right in with no traffic is in the way. Solid cold and cold fury. The hot temperature is on the outside and the MC12 becomes a solid ice seeker to be quite put up onto the limit. Come on, just going to keep things up a bit. Going hard fortress to be on the consecutive turns. 44, 45, 35 yards. Sorry about that. Actually, it is 44, 35 yards to have 100,000 points to be well complete. 120,452 points on skill 2 is complete. I should rather might have a new record after this because it's going to get much more solid piece of cake. Next up, skill number 3 to take place on Seattle for the Aerobatics. Auto switch vehicle, up I go, and now gonna have to go fly in the air just like stage 1 all over again. Let's get it on and match the figures. There's one checkpoint clear. Going in. Stationary and go exercise caution onto the port. Okay, there you go. Keep it steady. Aim towards the green. Splendid work. And here comes the final stretch. Not bad. Not bad at all. And well steady to be fly in the skies at Seattle. Okay, so looks like barely made a close call by the end of the line, so 147,539 points by a new record in the first attempt. Close call, but exactly to be as promised to see how it turns out. Wow, I cannot believe it because I'm on a high jump start to have a gold position in 19,751st place towards platinum in about 299,197 points. So I guess it's going to get much more fine challenge to hit the streets to have 4 disciplines, because it's going to get much more challenging and go organized to have 2 street race and hypercar disciplines, along with drift and drag race discipline will be shared for only 1 event. So I guess let's start out to have the Chrysler 300 SRT8 Crown Edition will be racing at Harlem, located and take place to be in the east coast of New York City in Manhattan. But I mean, it's going to get very brand new to have a nice crown version of the Chrysler 300 SRT8, just like the first generation Chrysler 300 ever since to be well played in Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. Have you guys ever remembered about the dubbed out version on the Chrysler 300? It turns out to become much more very different to have a Crown Edition to have a different performance to be on per level on 210. But look at this beauty. Looks so cool and very good to have a nice rims to be going stylish. 470 horsepower with a top speed 174 miles per hour. But I can't wait to get this car until at the end of this week. So beautiful and much more fine fortune to have a nice 300 SRT8 to become much more exact difference to be dubbed out. I kinda like this car, but I can't wait because that paint job might have a very good style to be colored in blue, but also to have a very good compatible compared to the original. So let's get ready to go and have that sprint race. We'll have to be ready to go and have that crown moment.
I'm sending happy winning thoughts.
Alright, looks like there's Tio in the Nissan GTR is about to be ready to go first. I'm in the lead, and he's about to be coming in to take that first position. Alright, Tio, looks like challenge accept. Let's get it on and go exactly to be on the mean street pace.
Look out, suckers! We're in first place!
Alright, let's have a good look onto this interior view. I mean, this looks so very rad to have that Crown Edition on the Chrysler 300. Turns out to become much more rich and crown beauty. But I mean, this looks very good to be colored in blue, just like me, to have a very good, excellent reputation. But in the meantime, because this part of the video when trying out with this brand new car is going to be very challenging to go hard to reach up onto 100,000 points. Just like all the other editions from other previous summits, because this one is very good brand new to see it, by the way. So lap number 1 clear. Gonna have to be pressed on to go lap number 2. Well, of course it is, because this part of the clip is going to become much more important when it comes to have jumping part for only a 2 or 3 second skip. Okay, that was a late braking turn on the left. Kick that nitro. Three seconds behind the gap. Gonna have to keep going and keep building up. Alright, close call, just going to stay driving on the streets. Proceed as always and smashing up some objects to be going quicker and do the main advantage. Almost there to be at lap number 3. Almost at 68% in the progression. Gonna have to keep going and wait for the nitro to be prepared. Going speed, short straightaway, and take that turn to go right in. But I mean exactly, because about this car, the door might be coming very good differences to have a very good excellent ride difference style. But you know what I mean, because this Crown Edition on the Chrysler 300 SRT8 is a very good luxury sports car to be well driven onto the streets. But in the meantime, because that might have a very good different style to have a wide body fit to be well exactly to become small. But the exhaust might be becoming much more different like all the other customization when using the standard edition to this car. So now, gonna have to be going in to take the final stretch, finish line, and go new record to have the first attempt and pure driving is complete by a daily. Let's have a good check. 3 minutes, 32.927 seconds. I have to go again, folks, because this one is very good and well challenged to have a quickest way to be well improved. Talk about having a brand new luxury car to be fully race modified to be raced onto the streets. So you know what I mean, because turns out to see how different editions when Ubisoft has to come up with some different unique customization on every type of car, because this one is very good to be part of the main update as part of Domion Frozen and Frozen.
It's saying, let's win.
So let's try this again and go for attempt number 2 to get up higher, and this time going aggro like playing Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. Let's get it on and stay stationary driving to go hard racing. Alright, checkpoint clear. Gonna have to slow down and keep a good hold on the traction. There we go. Stay on track and go boost it. Almost there. Lap number 1 is about to get cleared towards the end before moving on in the second lap. Take that lap turn and go quicker to have a quick shortcut to be on the next checkpoint, and about to have the nitro to be going active to be well boost. Yeah, very good, excellent power slide. Stay focused and keep up in the asphalt of the streets. Okay, there we go. Stay dropping in and keep a good focusing onto the main ropes. But I have some good news, you guys, because in the meantime, I'm about to be ready to play Overwatch in the next video, but I mean the second installment of Overwatch, because this is going to be so very cool and putting up to have some new features and new different changes on every favorite type of heroes. But there might be some new heroes in Overwatch 2. But I can't wait to try it out to see how it feels, because it makes me feel anxious and nervous whenever it comes in to have some recording video by having a commentary. But yeah, I just did remember playing Overwatch back then, because it is so very good to have teamwork by doing all kinds of different game modes by escort and control by point A to point B, and mostly to have area control on every part is going to be becoming very struggle to be well contested. But maybe if I could probably have to try out and play Overwatch 2 after the event is complete at the end of the video. But I can't wait to see how it turns out to become, because it's going to be so cool and very well changed compared to the first one. But almost there, folks. Gonna have to take that one last stretch to be entered onto the next street. Back to the afternoon and press on to be on the finish line. And let's see which brand new record is gonna be, find out what it is. 3 minutes, 26.453 seconds. Almost there, but it should be quite close enough. I'll have to save that later on by having another follow-up catch-up after this. One event down, 5 more to go. Well, I guess this is going to be quite very good to be started out to be on street racing. Going back to your roots and go basic to have a standard default performance without any fully upgraded. But I can't wait to see how the most finest point to be going progress to be end up onto the platinum in about 1 million points. Next up on event number 2 in street race, South Trip for the Ferrari F12 Bolide Enta takes on for having a mixed event to be categorized to have one hypercar discipline to be temporarily. Somehow it is going to be quite very good and well prepared for having a most finest challenge after I just created a brand new UDRS Insportec livery on the F12 Bolide Enta. As a promise, after I have finished from menu book number 39 from GT7, it's the Championship Will GT Series. Here it is, you guys. A brand new UDRS Insportec livery on the Ferrari F12 Bolide Enta is now ready to go to take on the highway by racing with 3 hypercars. It turns out that I just created myself to have a number 12 to be represented onto the F12 Bolide Enta ever since from Domion Frozen after Black Ice has ended. It takes a lot of hard work and goes steady pace to see how it turns out to have a nice Grand Touring car to be colored in white and a blue side and the front equals to have a combination to be on the hood. Looks so good, and get prepared to have all kinds of vanities including the UFO tire on the official rims. So I hope you guys like it. This will might have the first challenge to see how the F12 Bolide Enta will be battling with 3 hypercars to be on the highway in a South Trip. Gonna have to get myself prepared and go for the starting grid in about 3 seconds to beat 3 hypercars in one race.
2,
Looks so good
1.
and much more fun to be thrilled. And here it comes and go boost it up.
I don't know why anyone else is even bothering.
Yeah, it looks so awesome and very well impressed to see how one Grand Tourer car to take the highway to have the perfect moment to be in the mixed event. But as a promise to have that same livery because of Gran Turismo 7. But I know you guys will understand because you had to take time and plan to be promised after completing from menu book number 39 Championship Will GT Series. But thank you Gran Turismo 7 to have that car to the game and labeled to be as a 2012 model because the 2013 version in the Crew 2 looks so great and very awesome to have different customization options. Gonna have to stay focused and kick up the nitro without going off the track onto the main highway. Brilliant as planned and go proceed by every checkpoint. Okay, there goes a contact by smashing the street light. Checkpoint proceed and clear. Now let's have a good check on 3 hypercars. Looks like it's going way far behind in about 14 seconds. But I still got this, you guys. I still barely got this and press on to be on the Black Mountain in the Mountain States region. Checkpoint clear and go proceed. Stay steady and be much more careful without losing any traction. Next turn on the way. Go right forward and stay straight to be on the main asphalt at the right side of the highway. Now let's have a good check on the main progression. I'm at 48%. Gonna have to go enter to be on the halfway mark until the nitro will have to go refill in about 50% remaining until ready to use again. Let's go boost it up. Keep going faster and stay on the main pace. There's the racetrack, just gonna have to pass by. Going in. Keep going straight by the next checkpoint. Alright, good to go. And go increase the pace. I'm so very good driving with this car. But good thing I have the same one from Gran Turismo 7 as part of Ferrari collection. But exactly indeed, because you may ever see the Dub logo on the rear. Just like playing Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition to have all kinds of different cars until as a decal when playing in the Crew 2. But of course, because the original Dub logo turns out to become the very best logo ever since when Rockstar games have ever been made from Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition with original and remix edition ever since from exactly around in the mid 2000s. So now I'm gonna have to go right onto the hairpin turn, do the inside, and have that smoke trail to go import. Kick the nitro, checkpoint clear. 4 minutes since the start of the sprint race is going to be a very long trip. But I bet if I could probably have to win this race and get up onto 100,000 points by the chance. Only one more checkpoint to go. Entered in the West Coast. Finish line is just right up ahead. There you go. High speed lover plus street race equals one mixed event is going to become much more thrill and amaze. 118,739 points. Awesome work and going well competitive to have one UDRS livery is going to be becoming challenge complete. Now that's a 1 versus 3 street race competition to take on with Hypercars. Now, only 2 events to be on the street race discipline is check and complete. Next up, Drift discipline to be at Airport Terminal D. We'll have to go action and get some more points to be racked up and go for some entertainment with the crowd. After street racing, entered and proceed to have drifting. We'll have one car to be entered to have a most finest thrill entertainment ever since Formula Drift. So now, if I could probably have to go and grab my Mazda RX-7 Drift Edition with the same UDRS livery to have a drift cam and a blue line tire is going to be well packed up to have the same variation and usual to have a nice blinking blue underglow to be prepared. So grab your drift card, you guys. It's going to get much more fun and well talented to have some solid skills and keep your steady pace to be well driven up and go for the drift. Let's go electrifying fun and go right in. Yeah, looks like the FD is going charged up and electrifying. So I have to be very more careful. Don't lose a very good, excellent chain combination. I might need it because it takes a whole lot of hard work, skills at major attempts. Go for the nitro. Stay steady and do that turn right over here. Okay, close call. Go for the oversteer and embrace it. So when it turns out for the next update, I bet the Mitsubishi FTO is about to be coming in the Crew 2 as a street race discipline. But I mean, it's so very cool to have a Japanese car. It's going to be becoming much more awesome to see how one FTO is about to be entered to be on the open road. Just like Forza Horizon to have a different version because it's going to get much more fine awesome to have another Japanese car to be in the FF layout. Just like Mitsubishi Eclipse GSX to have a very good, excellent, fine taste ever since from Need for Speed Underground. Oh, not to mention because the famous Mitsubishi Eclipse is about to be set debut to be on Need for Speed Unbound to be available to be played on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/X, and PC. But I know you guys really think about this excited moment to see how it turns out to be. So very cool, and much to be as a perfect comeback to have a nice Mitsubishi Eclipse to be set and returned to have a famous Eclipse ever since from having a long waited decade from the Need for Speed series. So there you go. 156,224 points with no contact and solidifying drift complete. I'm so very good and well challenging to dominate in Terminal D. Capital D for domination. Now, next up, drag race will have to be at Santa Monica. Everyone's most favorite place and all-time moment to see how one dragster to go faster to take 3 runs in Los Angeles. But earlier at the time, because I'm always going to have to go with the Chevy Corvette C7 Stingray from the LA Harbor Speed Trap like last time. But good thing putting up with some icy type variation is going to have to do a perfect chill moment to beat the heat. Now let's go and be prepared to have a most finest precise drag race moment to take 3 runs and well competent to see how a UDRS racer to have a nice frosty tire to be well outfitted. So let's kick it up, start for the first run, get some nitrogen smoke up. There you go, perfect burn and wait for the green. Absolutely good. Now, going solid fast as an ice lightning. Cold Fury. Now that's what I call an icy quick moment. Gear shift is perfect. Main ejected time is going exactly in over 11 seconds. But it's not over yet because gonna have to take run number 2. We'll have to take a second chance to see how the exact difference will do the same. So here I go again. Perfect burn and go green. That's more like it. Just gonna have to be as a quick learner. Gonna have to stay direction, wait for the green by doing a perfect moment, and gear shift is doing well, good, and average on second run. Almost there, viewers. The third run is gonna be the perfect moment to be at the last. So very good and so chill to see one dragster Corvette can probably have to take one last chance and go perfect to have 4 ships and go perfect burn to be mixed exact elements to be on the ice. So let's kick it up and go exactly in about 300 miles per hour. I wonder which outcome result is going to be look like. Not so bad. Very good to have 11.86 seconds by having a main ejected time to be well cleared. But good news, 100,000 points to be added with 21,513 points. Good job for today's drag race discipline event. More like tonight's drag race is going to become much more fun and well entertainment. Now we have 2 more events to go on stage 2 of Dominion Rivals. Hypercar Discipline is about to get prepared to be on Hollywood, and Latrell's Car Part 2 is going to be coming much more longer and very challenging to be on the exact distance. But racing to be take place around in Los Angeles, New York, and Miami. Also to have any hypercar vehicle whenever you like to be select, because it's going to have to go electrifying and well faster to go extreme to have a one-on-one showdown. And that means for only one electric vanity it's going to get much more powered up and go high speed pace to see how it turns out to be recommend to have my Bugatti Depot with a UDRS White Star will have to take action to go higher and faster to be on the new clip. But I mean, it's going to get much more chain reaction to see how faster between a hypercar and the electric vanity is going to get much more fine combination. So right now, gonna have to get prepared and go for doing a maximum per level on 320 in the Bugatti Divo 2019. So let's get it on and be prepared, because one high-speed hypercar will have to go for the electric chain reaction by doing with some tight turns and daring extreme to see how the nitrous will have to go shockwave. So let's get it on and get ready for only 3 seconds until go for the green. Now this is going to get much more charged up and speed up onto the pace. So let's dive in onto the first checkpoint. Take that turn and go down onto the highway. We'll proceed to be on the on-ramp. Stunning work, and electrifying hypercar will take the action to go extreme. So let's have a good look and go daring example to see how one white star will have to take 2 jumps before proceed onto the straightaway by the next checkpoint by 2. So gonna have to pull the brake. Coming in onto the next Avenue Street before take the next right. Brilliant work. Now I'm gonna have to keep on racing. Stay electrifying clean to go advance. It's so very awesome to have a nice blue electric shockwave. It's going to get much more charged up and increase the acceleration. It's like giving a good racing potential by the feeling. Coming in and pass over to be on the South Pasadena to take the straightaway before coming in to take the entrance by the tunnel. Here it comes. Coming out and take that next turn on to the left at the street. Almost there at the end of the first lap. Coming in on to lap number 2. So daring and so advanced to go action to have an increased acceleration by exactly in about 175 to 200 miles per hour. Jump down onto the highway again. Stay steady and save a good nitro in case. Here it comes. Gonna have to make one good solid landing. Rough landing, of course. So folks, after having one hypercar event is complete, save it for the Maserati MC12 before moving on in Hollywood to take the final stage. Only stage number 2 of Domion rivals to be on the street category will have to go for the land base to hit the streets. Close call. Now coming in onto the LA River, take that shortcut again. Then coming right back to be on South Pasadena. Kick it up onto 200 miles per hour into the tunnel. Press on at the straightaway. It's going to get much more daring extreme, folks. Shocking in and give a good combination skill by the reaction. Final stretch is up ahead. Finish line, and there you go. By the speed, electricity, and handling all together by having some good excellent skill performance for Team UDRS White Star on the Bugatti Divo. There you go, looks like new record and fine attempt has officially well done. We're almost there, folks. One hypercar event clear, one more to go, and moving on to be on Hollywood to take the final level on this event. So grab your Maserati MC12 and get yourself prepared to be on the most toughest race of all time to be raced around in Los Angeles. mostly because Hollywood is part of the area in Los Angeles because much more fine popular place of interest and high rarity sports car and hypercars to be lived together. Alright, so looks like gonna have to go again for the second time ever since from Big Sur for the escape. But it was a very good, nice snow-themed hypercar to become much more fine perfection to have a nice late 2000s vehicle.
2,
So let's get ready to go. One last race. Keep on racing and stay on the chill.
Listen to the engine. It's saying, let's win.
Alright, looks like there's Tio in the McLaren P1 is here. Gonna have to stay on top and go for position number 1 to take the lead. So drive like you mean it, because driving on the streets is going to become much more important for the hypercar discipline. We'll have to go advantage and do everything while you can. But in the meantime, just gonna have to take a good look onto this interior view. Much more fine difference to see how a road car to be driving around onto the open road. But have you ever noticed about the MC12 is going to become a race modifiable to have that very good excellent version as a touring car, labeled to be classed as a GT1 category, but this one does not include any kinds of full customization options, because that might be quite putting up to have a nice state-of-the-art default to have a very good excellent complete model. But I mean, the B12 is going to become much more fine advanced engine to be well made to have that car. Gonna have to keep it up and go increase the acceleration. Take that turn and enter to be on the industrial area. Pass by and make our way onto the op-ramp to be on the... Let's pull the brake early, slow and gentle. That's more like it. So far, so very great to have a nice short trip rather than long distance. Let's kick up the high gear and press on to be on the junction. Slow down and proceed on to the next right. I'm so very good driving with this car. Very good, excellent performance. Engine type is B12. Mid-engine layout is going to be labeled as MR. Time to go enter onto the entrance to go exit on the highway. Press on to take the tunnel. Going in. Switch back onto the third-person view. Here comes the finish line. We'll have to go cross right in. Marvelous and perfect entrance. We'll have to go cross through onto the runabout. So there you go, folks. 111,216 points and 7 legendary bundle earned. Just to be promised, and also to be reminder to be collected from the mailbox. Good work, you guys. So I have made it on time and entered onto 1,200,417 points in about 5 days left on Stage 2. Dominion Rivals is now complete. It's so much fun ever since from Stage 1 to be off-road to have some rally raid, motocross, and rallycross discipline. But now, 4 types of discipline to be on the street race. It's going to be so fun to hit the streets and rack up onto the high points. But also to have a brand new addition on the Chrysler 300 SRT8 is a very good piece of the crown to have a nice expert to see this most finest street car ever yet to be made. Mostly because it's going to be well packed up to have some nice blue color and some stylish rims. But yes sirree, folks, because this brand new addition might have style type of the door is going to become so much cool to see it wide open, just like a gold wing version. But yes, because a different type of the door style is going to become very much more different, like a lowrider style. Well, I guess that's it for now, because it was so much fun to have street race event to be featured in the Deemed Live Summit, folks. Next up, Frozen Sim after Stage 2 is about to be complete. So yeah, it was so fun, folks. It was so very fun, and turns out to have much more fine street racing moments to be on 4 types of discipline, even drift and drag race as well. But talk about having some fun time moments to see how this team event is going to be much more perfect and go for the asphalt the faster to the limit. So I can't wait to have stage 3. We'll have to go enter to be on a track category to have Albert Grand Prix and touring car disciplined. But in the meantime, because we have some 3 events will be scheduled, will be coming up soon. So first up, Frozen Sin will be set to be scheduled on October 12th to 19th to have a blue Tetra Underglow to be on the rare vanity. Let's have a good look to be previewed to have 6 events on different discipline, along with 2 brand new Domion Frozen is now featured to be located in the Five Kings Casino. But we have 2 vehicles must be required to have a KTM Expo GTX and Lamborghini Huracan LP620-2 Super Torpedo is now going to be needed as possible to have 1 track-only hypercar and a GT3 race car to have a very good exact different version. Well, exactly to have the Huracan as a touring car discipline to be labeled as Super Trofeo. Alright folks, looks like gonna have to get ready to wrap this up. Double feature is now coming in to have Scandinavian Flick and Stage 2 of Dominion Rivals. But I hope you enjoyed watching the video. Thank you for watching. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. And don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like Instagram, DeviantArt, Twitter, GT Planet, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS card liveries, Fish and Total Drama with card liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time for continue on in the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.